Show you how to insert images or pictures into a web page. So there's just a few things to know about it. First of all, the tag that is used to insert pictures. So the HTML tag for doing that is img space src equals quotes. And that's one of those self-contained tags, so you'll go ahead and put the close tag all inside that one tag instead of doing them separately like the body tag or some other tag. So we've got img space src equals quotes. Inside the quotes will go the name of your picture, and I'll talk a little bit about that in just a moment. So I've got a picture called transam.jpg. And now my web page has a picture in it. So first of all, these file types for web images. Typically it's going to be a GIF, GIF, JPEG, JPG. You could also have PNGs or bitmaps, but GIFs and JPEGs are probably the preferred type for web images. A couple of things about this particular example. So in order for this to work, I've put the file name in here. Both your web page and that picture file will have to be in the same directory. So I've got my page called pics.html, and that JPEG that I'm referencing is right there in the same directory. So when I call it here in the image source tag, it will show up on my page. The other thing I want to emphasize about this file name here is you have to put the full file name and the extension. So sometimes you may not know the file name extension. Like see this file here, we can't really see the extension. So if you're not sure if it's a GIF or a JPEG, just right click on the file and go to properties. And that's important because sometimes even though it's a JPEG, it'll be spelled JPEG. So it's good to possibly look at the properties of the image, make sure you get the full file name with the file name extension, and put all that inside the quotes of your img src tag. All right, so there's a couple of things I want to talk to you about using images. One is resizing them. All right, so there's a quick HTML keyword that we can use to resize this rather than using a photo editor. So let's say this is a little too big, I want to make it smaller. Right inside my image source tag, I can put one more property. So I've got img space src. So right after the quotes, but still inside the tag, I'm going to put width equals quotes. So after this, I've got a space, width equals quotes, then another space before you close the forward slash. Inside those quotes is going to be a pixel value. And I'm not sure what a good value is, so I'm just going to try 220, see how it looks. So that would make this, instead of the default size, it'll make it 220 pixels wide in my browser. So as you can see, if it's a little too small now, just adjust that value. Let's try 400. So you can put any value you want in here. It's going to be width in pixels. So that's good, or maybe we could go up to 450 or 500 or whatever until your image is the right size that you want. I want to show you one more thing with this image source tag. So I'm going to insert another image into my page. Oops. I'm just going to create a little space between the first image and the second one. So I'm going to do another img src tag here to insert a second image. So one way to insert images is to have the actual GIF or JPEG, the physical file, right here on your server or right here on your PC. The other way is you can go out to the internet and reference an image that's out there. So I've already done a Google image search and found an image that I want to use. So rather than downloading this onto my PC, if I want, I can reference this web address out here where that picture is. So that's just a matter of putting that whole thing, so I'm just going to copy it here, inside that quotes for the image source tag. So instead of putting a file name here, which means it has to be on my PC, I can put a web location for a JPEG file out on the internet inside those quotes. So inside the image source, I've got that whole web address, and save that. So this is referencing the image right on my PC. This is referencing one out on the web.